We've been talking about meeting President Obama's commitment to double renewable energy in America. Of course, we know that another important part of addressing our energy needs is to work on energy efficiency and conservation. I'm now talking to
Marshall Wang.
Okay. And sir, what organization are you with?
I'm with the Alluminum Association.
Okay, great. Well, thank you for talking to us tonight. What reflections do you have on how we might be able to meet the energy challenges that we face now?
Well, apparently the Americans' energy needs has to come from a variety of resources, including renewable energy, which is a very essential part of the energy portfolio. But America has been wasted a lot of stuff, especially by throwing away stuff like metals. If you think about energy, there has to be a whole portfolio of both generation, transmission, distribution, and conservation, use and conservation, of course. When you talk about conservation, there's a lot of ways to do that. People, when we talk about conservation, people always think that they have to cut their energy use, they have to sacrifice their own personal needs, but that's not the case when you talk about something like recycling. There's a relationship between recycling and energy. For example, aluminum can. When you drink a Coke can, if you throw it away, you throw a huge piece of energy. If you recycle it, that little piece of Coke can probably power your TV set, for example, for several hours, like from 3 hours to 10 hours even, with the current efficient TV set technologies. The society needs metals, you know, steel, aluminum, copper, whatever metal, and this stuff can be recycled 100% with their property not changed, and it saves a lot of energy when you compare to producing this metal from scratch, like from the mine. So at the Alluminum Association, we tried very hard to promote this idea of recycling, saving energy, reducing greenhouse gas emissions, and also improve people's life. And we also tried very hard to promote this idea of green jobs in the recycling sector, which is what I'm talking. Apparently, recycling is not only saving energy, but also saving other environmental emissions, like you save land. You don't need to dig into the land to get the ores. You save biodiversity, and you save pollutions, because when you produce that metals from scratch, you have to use a lot of chemicals. There's a lot of energy, fuels, fossil fuels involved. There's a lot of emissions, a lot of some of the hazard emissions. If you recycle it, this can be dramatically reduced. In the U.S., compared to Europe and Japan, especially Japan and Europe, we're way behind it. For example, on average in Europe and Japan, their recycling rate goes to current level is like more than 80%. In Japan, they actually goes more than 90%. But in the U.S., we're talking something like, for all metals, we're talking something like 50–60%. So there's a lot of way to go. In this country, we need especially good law and policies, and also investment in infrastructures, because in a lot of cities, states, places, there's no infrastructure in place for recycling activities.
Well, I think certainly all these things will play a role, and hopefully, in addressing all these challenges, President Obama will consider all of these opportunities that exist. Thank you for speaking to us, sir.
I'm sure he'll think about all of these packages, all of this, and do something good for America.
Great. Thank you for talking to us. Enjoy the night.